Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to repaint these two Rubric Marines. Not a long time ago I made a video showing my whole pile of shame, and there I showed these Thusand Sons. I mentioned that I wanted to repaint them, and today is the day that we're going to try to improve these Rubric Marines. So basically now I'm going to take a picture of these two Rubric Marines, I'm going to remove the paint, I'm going to repaint them, and then we're going to see if all of this was worth it. Okay, so I removed the paint from these miniatures, and for that I just used a toothbrush and some nail polish remover. Now I'm going to clean them a little bit more, and after that I'm going to prime them with Chaos Black from Citadel. At this point, now that the miniatures are primed, first we're going to focus into this Rubric Marine, and after that we're going to focus into the aspiring Sorcerer, because of course I would like to do something slightly different with him. The first color that I'm going to use is Cantor Blue. This is the darkest blue that I have, and I'm going to paint all the power armor except for the trim. Now I'm going to use LED Velcher to paint all the metallic elements except for the trim of the armor, like for example the weapon, some things around the chest, some details of the helmet, and some parts of the back as well. Let's go for the most time-consuming part of this miniature. Now I'm going to paint all the trim of the power armor and the trim of the weapon with Balthasar Gold. The nightmare is over. We finished with the worst part of painting a Rubric Marine, and starting from this point everything should be much easier. I mean, actually it's not difficult, it's just that it's very time consuming because of course we have to be careful, but anyway, as I mentioned, now everything will be much easier. Now I would like to apply some shades to the miniature, and first I'm going to use Null Oil. I'm going to apply this shade to the silver elements and also to some of these gaps that I painted over them, so I want to enhance them a little bit more. Then I'm going to use Agrax Earth Shade, and I'm going to apply this shade to all the gold in this miniature. Now I'm going to start with the highlights, and I will start with the blue parts of the power armor. For that I'm going to use two different colors. First I'm going to use Aliotic Blue, and after that I'm going to use Thusand Sons Blue only in the areas that are going to be the most exposed. Maybe this blue is still too dark, but I'm okay with it for now. I would like to continue highlighting the gold color. For that now I'm going to use Red Water Armor, and after that I will see. If it's too dark, I will try to add a little bit more of the blues that I already used. After applying the gold highlights, I'm much more happier with the blue color as well. So now to finish with the highlights of the metallic colors, I'm going to use Stormhost Silver to highlight the silver color. Okay, so basically we're almost there. Now I'm just going to use Ancient Grey and then Dawnstone to highlight a little bit those black robes that we have there. And after that I'm just going to use Full Green Pink to add some details to the power armor. And to make it suit a little bit more the blue color of the power armor, I'm going to apply Druchii Violet to those pink elements. And with this, I'm going to leave this Rubric Marine on the side and I'm going to focus into the Aspiring Sorcerer. The main difference with the previous miniature is that in this case I'm going to use Creamer Pink. I'm going to use this color to paint the eyes of the Aspiring Sorcerer, the eye on the staff, and also this cape that we have here in the back. Later I'm going to highlight this color with the same pinks that I used previously, and from this point I'm going to follow the exact same steps that I did with the previous miniature. And with this, I consider these two Rubric Marines as fully painted. Now we just need to base them. First, I would like to make the bases a little bit more interesting, and for that I'm going to glue some battlefield rocks from the army painter. We can also use any of these, the result is going to be exactly the same. And now I'm going to cover the base with Armageddon dust. And now I'm going to cover that base with Reikland Flesh Shade. To finish, I'm just going to dry brush a little bit of Flayed One Flesh, and after that I'm going to use Abaddon Black to paint the border of the base. And this is it, this is the final result, this is how I painted my Rubric Marines. And as always, I invite you to let me know in the comments what you think about these miniatures, because of course you know that I care a lot about your opinions and comments. I'm very happy with the final result, and I'm glad that I decided to repaint these miniatures, because to be honest I was not happy about them, and now I can say that I like how my Rubric Marines look, and I can say that I found the color scheme that I like the most for my future Thusand Sons. To me this is a perfect example, because here you can clearly see side to side how my first Thusand Sons used to look and how they are looking right now. So of course with some time and effort we improve a lot our painting, so yes, I'm happy about how they are looking right now. Here you can see how my Thusand Sons used to look when I started repainting them, and I was trying different things because I was experimenting kinda. And here I was using different blues, the gold you can see that it was less yellow gold, and of course with the base I tried different things, but no. This is what I like the most, and in the future my next Thusand Sons are going to look much more similar to this one. And of course, as always, I would like to remind you that if you like what I do and you would like to support my work and help me to continue improving, I invite you to check the link to my Patreon in the description. For sure what I tried with these miniatures is a little bit, let's say, time consuming, but I'm happy about the result. Thusand Sons is a very elite army, so I don't have to paint thousands of miniatures, so no, it's just with a few of them it should be okay. So I'm happy that each Rubric Marine is going to look very nice. And I have to say that the decision of painting the eyes of this one and not of this one is intentional. Because you know that according to the lore, here we have an aspiring sorcerer, we have an actual space marine inside of a power armor, and here we basically have an automata, so I didn't want to paint the eyes on these ones because I wanted to make them look less human. And I don't have much to say about them, to be honest. I try to keep the color scheme very simple. We have a blue power armor with gold details, and then we have some silver, some black, and some pink details. And with the bases, I have to say that it was an experiment. I was like, okay, I think that this combination of colors and paints is going to look good, so I will try. And yes, I'm happy that it worked out. It worked very nicely. I think that it's a quite neutral base, and it suits nicely the color on the miniature, especially the gold. So I'm happy about that. I like the theme, and I think that this is how I'm going to base all of them from now on. It's much easier than what I was doing earlier, and I think that it looks better. With all of that being said, this is it. This is the end of the video. These are my Rubric Marines. I hope that you enjoyed the painting process as much as I enjoyed sharing this with all of you. And of course, as always, if you are still here, please consider giving me a like and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.